So they're quite inobtrusive. Inobtrusive?
Oh
Unobtrusive?
my god.
You'll get used to them.
Oh yeah.
So, test booked, upcoming. Recent test failure.
Yeah.
Some stuff to have a look at, perhaps.
Yeah.
But we'll let. Oh, thank you very much. All right, you want some change from me, don't you? So yeah, you do. Turn around. There
Cheers.
You go. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
So, mark down on general mirror use and position turning left.
Got it out, shouldn't
That's
Yeah.
all right, it's okay.
Position turning left.
So, we have a little chat about that before we set off. So, mirror use. What do you reckon?
Well, just like what you said before. Actually, look in them instead of just glancing all the time.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I don't go for this move the mirror so to make sure you see your head moving, but if your glances are real quick, there is a chance that you can miss them.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, we can have a look at that and see what we've got. And then there was the position turning left one, wasn't it? Was it coming out of the test centre?
Yeah.
Do you want to head back over there and we can have a look at that? Give you a chance to get used to this car.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
Righty ho, well, make yourself comfy.
Yeah.
And we shall begin.
This is alright. Yeah.
Make your elbow. Actually, get rid of the sunglasses. I don't think I need those tonight. I had them on earlier, it was nice. Do you want to make yourself comfortable and make yourself familiar where all the controls are, because it'll be a bit different with the car you're used to. There's a nice little, you can just dab it down, it does it once.
Right. Yeah.
Makes you familiar where the wipers and everything are, so you're probably going to need them, I would have thought.
Yeah. Up twice. Keep them on.
Yep, one is intermittent, up twice is on all the time.
Yeah.
You just dab it down.
Down just for once.
Just for one, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whenever you're ready, we'll head off in a Pontefract sort of direction. You know your way from here, don't you?
Yeah.
You should find this car will react a bit quicker than the one you were driving.
Yeah.
You'll get used to it soon enough.
Yeah, you're not kidding,
It has a smidgen more power.
Yeah.
Which you'll find out when you get on the open road and put your foot down. As you can see, the clutch bites in quick.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Just a little quick with it. Job's good.
Steering stiffer as well.
It's the suspension's firmer, steering stiffer. It's a sport setup,
Yeah.
so you'll find it reacts real quick.
Yeah, it does. It's a lot different, isn't it?
It is. I much prefer it, but it's just different than what you're used to. It's like whenever you get a new car, it takes a little while to get used to it.
felt different straight away.
The Citroens you were driving before, but I did find them a bit squidgy.
This is like you said, just a lot more responsive. Isn't
Oh
it?
yeah, know exactly what you tell it to do. What do you think they look over their shoulders for? Obviously had some episode before.
Yeah.
It's a bit shaky, isn't it?
Yeah. Anyone would think he'd just been knocked off it.
He maybe has. Maybe just nervous about learner drivers behind him, perhaps. Yeah, we can do. Just do Holly, you choose the way. Either way works. This way probably avoids the traffic a bit. When we get to the traffic lights. Nice, thank you very much. We get to the traffic lights, we'll take the road to the right, please. yourself out of trouble and stuff. Sometimes it's difficult to tie the gaps together here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nicely done. And the feel of the car now as well. And next road on the left. And in case you hadn't guessed, next road on the right. Park on there. Let's go in and come back out, have a look.
Yeah.
Do you want to try a beer park while we're here? We could leave that later if you want, though. Have a go whilst we're here. Might as well.
Try.
Get used to where the corners of the car are.
Yeah. I need to put on the mirrors.
Until you get close enough. It's a handy feature. What do you reckon?
I ain't got a clue where I am.
Open the door and have a look.
I think I'm in, but like, look.
You're in?
Thing is, I couldn't see lines at all in the mirrors.
The
They need moving.
yeah, I was good. Well, have a go. Pop it where you can see. You flick it towards which side you want to move it. So because the mirrors are so big, you've probably got room to have them down a little bit and still be able to see behind you. To be fair, that would do. You're in, and you're in between the lines.
Yeah.
How does that one look?
You are?
That one okay?
Yeah.
Nice. Looks like everybody's going to come in and practice tonight. So, as we go out of here, and we're going to go off to the left, tell me where you're going to position.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll go out. Get out of these people's way. Let them do what they're going to do. That's made life kind of interesting, isn't it? So tell me where you're positioning and what you're thinking about.
Well, when I come out, I went for that tree.
So if you have a look on your left-hand side here,
Yeah.
can you think of any disadvantages of being out here?
Well, from there, you can see full picture.
You can.
But you are going to put more lock on.
Problem is, though, what about on your left-hand side here? Can anybody sneak up here?
Yeah, but that's their problem.
Well, you say that. But if you're sat on an assessment, like an exam, how can the examiner mark that?
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying. If you're straight there, you get a view. But you've got to guard your position at this side. Try tucking your nose in and just following the line of the curb round, see how that works for you. What does that do to your view?
Yeah, it's better.
So what you've got to do is guard against this side, because here we look like we're going to go over there.
Yeah.
So somebody behind you might think, oh, he's going that way, I'll just cut inside him.
Yeah.
So I think protecting your position is probably always a better option. You're quite right, it does limit your view, but what you can do is sort of creep and peep to get a better one. We'll come back to that one though. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Off we go when you're ready. You seem to be getting the feel for the car nicely now.
Yeah.
Want to do a bit of basic junction work just to get a bit more of a feel of it?
Yeah.
It's all about managing risk, if you like. We'll go left at the end of the road.
It penalised me for the heater as well. There were a car pulling in there, parking up, and I were at end of the road. But when I pulled around that corner, they were just in the middle of the road still. So I didn't know what I was doing, and I waited until they parked up.
It's
Where we going?
to the left, please. That's nice. Tricky corner, that one, isn't it?
Yeah, penalised me for that.
Well, it's all about...
My last look should have been right.
And we'll turn where that car's coming out of. I always...
But it's different situations, because it's typical on my lessons. I've never turned left there.
Right, yeah. Well, it's about thinking about... Well, we'll have a chat about it the next time we pull it, but it's about managing what's around you.
Yeah.
What they're trying to assess while they're out on test with you is, am I happy, as the examiner, they're thinking, am I happy to share the road with this guy? And they're looking at your decision making and thinking, well, based on that, are you going to be safe? Because that's what it's all about. He didn't leave you much of a choice there, did he? Well done. See, that situation there, you've managed that situation by holding back.
Yeah.
The guy coming towards us created the situation by cutting the line. So during an assessment, you'd have scored well there.
Yeah.
The other guy would have scored badly, because he's created a situation that it wasn't necessary for him to create, really. So, if I was to ask you now what's behind you, what would you say?
Learner white car.
Right. But from here, it looks like you're not checking your mirrors. You obviously are.
I know, that's what I mean. That's where he got me now.
So what we'll do is, at the roundabout, we'll take the road to the left. It's the first exit. And the first road to the left, please.
This one.
Yes, please. And then at the end of this road, take the road to the left, please. It's a nice little left-hand loop here.
Yeah.
You get a feel of the car, uphill, downhill, junction, stop and start. A nice hill start as well. And then the same loop. Once we turn, same left again, find a convenient place to pull over. And we'll have something I think I might have noticed, but I'm not sure. Find out in a minute. That is well done. So it's, how are you finding the car now? Seems to be super smooth.
Yeah.
So as we're coming around up there, I put the thing over because I didn't think you were checking your mirror, yet you knew what was behind you, so you must be checking. And I watched you come round there. Now, the first couple of times we did it, you were checking okay. The next times, it doesn't look like you're checking. And I think you've got wider peripheral vision than I have, and than most people have. So you're not needing to check because you can see. Now, as an experiment, tell me when you see me. If you look forward, tell me when you see me finger in your left eye.
I can see it now.
Right. That's you've got very wide peripheral vision. So you're actually looking, but it doesn't look like you're looking. So when you're looking ahead, can you also see what's in the mirror?
Well, if I glance into it, yeah.
Can you, but if you on this one here, can you see without looking?
Yeah. If I just look over there, I can see through.
Yeah. Right. Okay. There's our problem. You are looking, it just doesn't look like you are. Now, I'm not a fan, I said at the start, of move the mirror, so you've got to move your head. But because your peripheral vision's so wide, you're able to see without looking. And that's what the problem is.
Yeah, I just need to get into an habit of actually looking down.
Yeah. No, it goes against everything I believe in, because by doing this, we're preparing you for test.
Yeah.
But we've got to show the guy sat in this seat that you're checking. I now know you're checking. He doesn't know that. So we need to find a way of making that happen, whether that's just moving the mirror ever so slightly so you do have to move
So I'd
to
need
look.
to, yeah.
Because it did come as a, the surprise that when he said, well, you're not checking your mirrors at all, and it's, when I'd done
Yeah, you
just,
said it just before, didn't you?
And it's so, I think that's
penalised before.
So from his perspective, it doesn't look like you're looking at all, but you actually are. So I think we need to put a strategy together for that, which is, and yes, that is just doing it for the test.
Yeah.
But I don't have an issue with that because I know you're looking, because you're seeing what's there, and you're reacting to what's around. But sat here looking, thinking, well, did you check there? Because your eyes didn't move.
Yeah.
Your eyes are looking down
I know
here.
what you mean, yeah.
So perhaps we do need to have a little think about that.
Yeah. Probably.
It's interesting. I wanted to do a left-hand loop here just to sort of compare and have a look at how your positioning was here. You're tucking the nose in, turning left here.
Yeah, I know.
But not at the test centre.
It was just at the test centre. Well, when he said it, I thought, yeah, fair enough. But I think if you're in, I know what you're saying about people sneaking behind you. I know what he was saying, but surely it's better to get a wider picture of what's around you.
Well, yes and no.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's it.
It's like the thing. You know, that guy that's just driven up there in that black car. How much do you trust him?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
He could be axe murderer, couldn't he?
Well, there were a car floating around the test centre when I was there as well.
It's really about thinking about, in every situation you come to, it's about thinking about who's going to do what here, and how am I going to. You know, like when we come under the bridge, you pull back because you knew that car was going to come and cause you a problem. Even though you had priority, you still held back. It's the same with the turn and left thing. Just assume you're surrounded by idiots, and then if it goes wrong, it's not going to go wrong for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's because your car handling skills are great. It's, you know, you've really got a good set of skills. The mirror thing, that's I was going to say a freak of nature. That's not the way I want to describe it, but it's because of the way your vision is.
Yeah.
So we're gonna need to look. So when would you normally check behind?
Coming up to a junction.
Anywhere else? I mean, I'm not talking about the rules of the highway.
If I'm going to be stopping, if I'm going to be slowing down, check what's behind me. Taking over parked cars, check left and right.
So we need to find.
That's it. I know what you were saying now. Because I can keep looking, but when I'm overtaking a car, I can check that mirror and.
You move your head to check these ones.
Yeah.
But not this one. It's just a little thing, but it's if he sat there thinking, well, are you going to check or not? And you are checking. Yeah. Then that creates an issue for us, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Something to think about. I mean, do you want to try setting it a different way? See if. I hate to do this. It's it's just for test, but.
I mean, that's even better.
Bugger. That's no good.
I think we're in a bad spot to start.
Don't tell me that. Yeah. Okay, well, let's try that, and I'll keep an eye on it. We just need to just get used to thinking about it. Yeah. It's when I was practicing for my advanced test, where they're absolutely obsessed with mirrors. I think to myself, if I'm going to move one of my feet or one of my hands, I check the mirror, and I make sure he knows I've checked the mirror. Yeah. By taking a longer glance, or by turning it. They should be able to pick it up, but it's just to make sure. And I'm very reluctant to give you, well, this is what you should do. Here's the secret. This is the tip you need. But it's let's have a try. Have a drive about and see how we go. I mean, is there anything else you want to have a look at?
No. It's just totally different with this guy.
Do you like it or not?
I get used to it.
That's a bit non-committal. Off you go when you're ready. I'd like to check over here for pedestrians. Anyone else that might be an issue, do you think? We'll go left again, but a couple of left loops.
Blind spot.
Assume there's idiots everywhere. So whiz bang he'll start.
See, Richard wouldn't have done that. He'd have stalled that.
Oh, this has got like twice the power. And then next one on the left, please. try this little left-hand loop. Play with the car, get used to the feel of it. No doubt about the mirror checks there. Just as an experiment, by way of getting used to the car, if we come to a stop, see if you can get it to pull away up here with no gas on. If it stalls, it stalls, we're not bothered. Just to really get a feel for the car. It does help.
Yeah,
It also just gives you a better feel for the car. Again, same loop. As you come towards the junction this time, slow it right the way down in seconds. So nearly to a stop. Again, just getting the feel of the car.
yeah.
Let's see how slow it can go. Even slower. You can kill the speed. As you come onto this road, brake it almost to a stop. And then once leave it a second when it's even slower. So it's nearly stopped till it starts juddering. Give it a little bit more brake. You see how slow it'll work. And then put the gas back on. It'll just take it.
Nah.
So seconds are really, really useful gear. Actually, we'll go right this time. Change the scenery. Rats. Stalls on either end of there. Count for note. Next road on the left, please. Roundabout, we'll take the road to the right, please. It's the fourth exit. That time, there's clearly mirror signal manoeuvre.
Yeah.
Which is great. So you knew he was coming there?
Well,
Before he arrived, you knew he was coming?
yeah.
And next road on the right. Well done.
Uh,
Any idea how you knew why?
well, that's what I like.
Just interested to find out where you were looking.
You what?
Because I knew he was coming, but so did you. Because I felt you respond. Because he was round the corner, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He went in clear view. Or was it a guess?
No.
Well, I saw him in the reflection of the car parked over the road. Just wondering if that's where you picked it up.
No, I don't know.
Probably
I didn't
subconsciously you
notice
have,
it.
you know.
Yeah, that's it.
Because you were going to go and then you
Yeah.
held back. Second left, please. This one's the first. Anybody followed you?
Nope.
But I didn't see you check. That's interesting. All the way to the end, and then we'll turn left, please.
We're staying in second.
Could have done. Is there anything wrong with the way you did it? Next road on the left, please. And then the first road on the right. That was one of those ones where you could do it either first or second, couldn't you, really?
Yeah.
And at the end of this road, take the road to the left, please. And then the first road on the left, please. It's a bugger, that one, isn't it? And right at the end of the road.
They give me a minor for my steering and I know exactly when I did it as well.
Minors are okay as long as you don't get too many.
Wait, right.
To the right, please, yeah. And then the first road on the right. And then find a convenient place to pull over on the left. Oh. So, looking at the junctions you've just done there, how do you think they all went?
Alright.
How do you think your position was at that last one? Coming in.
This one.
That one just here, yeah.
all right.
Yeah. Could you have done anything different there? Could you have improved that, do you think?
Don't know.
I don't think you could.
I thought it were all right.
It was difficult, wasn't it? Because you were forced onto the other side of the road,
Yeah.
which would normally make you turn early, but you
Yeah.
waited and kept on your side of the road, which is good. And again, it's managing the situation.
Yeah.
So if we have a look in terms of, I mean, how are you getting on with the car?
Yeah.
Everything feels okay.
It's better now, yeah.
It's just,
better now, yeah.
you know, if you ever think about it, you've not driven it before, it just takes a few pullaways and stops.
Yeah, it's a lot different.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I can tell now. It's all right.
Well, I think you get a better feel for this kind of car. You feel everything.
Yeah, you can.
But it is perhaps a little less forgiving. You know, if you get it wrong, it'll.
Yeah.
So in terms of going forward for the next test, and the things that he marked you down for on the last one, do you think we've got some strategies in there that'll work, or what do you think we might be able to do different?
Just make sure I'm in my mirrors.
It's showing him that you're doing it,
Yeah.
even though you are doing it, but it's because of your peripheral vision that's not working. And the other thing that he marked you for was the position left at the test centre.
Yeah.
Are we all right with that, do you think, or do we need to?
No, well, it's all right. Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think a logical thing would be for the next time we meet?
Go back to the test centre.
Okay.
And try and get in a bay a bit better.
Okay. Okay. How do you think you might do that?
No, what do you mean?
So you want to get in the bay better. What would you like to improve?
Well, it'll help now these mirrors. I can see out these mirrors.
Okay. So if that's going to help, that's good. Which is fine as long as we're not reversing in the mirrors. Then we're all right.
Yeah.
We're all right. Anything else you want to have a look at?
No, I mean we need to go all over my manoeuvres again.
Okay. Yeah, we can certainly do that. That's not a problem at all.
I think it helps get used to the car as well.
Well, yeah,
we're using clutch.
Yeah, you find out where the corners are. So that can be a help. I mean, I'm happy to be, because all the skills are in place. I'm happy to be guided by you as to what you want to work on, or what you want to. Sometimes it's not necessarily I want to work on that because it's not right. Sometimes it's just something like I want to work on that because I just want to feel better about it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the case. Well, I just want another go at that.
Yeah.
And somebody will say, well, what for? Well, I just do.
Yeah.
Because you know in your mind that another goal will put it right.
Yeah.
It's not a case of, well, I want to work on this and I want to get this angle right.
You feel better about yourself when it's right, don't you?
Well, you do. So I mean, I'm happy to be guided by you. In your driving skills workbook.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you use the reflective log in them?
What's that?
It's.
Is it the thing at the back?
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Turn to one of them pages and have a look. Write down your thoughts from today.
Yeah.
These are the notes for you.
Yeah.
I get to see them. Write down your thoughts for today. How you felt it went. What you liked. What you didn't like.
Yeah.
What your favourite bit was. What your least favourite bit was. Think about the things that you've improved on. Think about how you felt about stuff. Because that's sometimes I want to feel more confident. I want to just feel better at it.
Yeah.
And we've put down sort of a provisional plan of back to the test centre, do some work, and then do some work on manoeuvres. But haven't done your reflection. You might change your mind.
Yeah.
What I'd love to happen was you come back with your notes next week to say, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And this is where I want to do it. And this is how I want to do it. And also decide what level of help you want from me. And that might just be right, I want you to supervise, but just shut up. Or it might be, tell me this, tell me that, help me with this, help me with that. Because it's important, really. I think the most important thing for a test is mental preparation.
Yeah.
So what you're feeling like, right, bring it on.
Yeah.
And that not to be any I's not dotted or T's not crossed. So by using that reflective log, you can kind of, really investigate how you're feeling about stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, if you try it, if you like it, great, we'll carry on using it. If you don't, well, we're not.
Yeah.
Do you reckon you could find your way home from here?
Not out of here.
Okay.
I think that's main road, isn't it?
Well,
right there.
How about if I give you the directions until you know where you're at, and then you can take over from there?
Yeah.
How do you fancy driving home just in silence, just like on the test?
No.
Or you want a bit of crack on the way? We can do that too. Or
can you go left towards... If we go left, can't you get to that main road that's...
you can go to the main road down there, that
down
takes... You can. Yeah, that would work.
Carlton? It's Carlton, isn't
It is, but yeah, we can go left or right, takes you down that way. We could go, tell you what we could do. We could go left at the end here, go down towards Darrington and join the A1 there, which would be a bit of a challenge this time of night. You up for a challenge?
it? Yeah.
Off you go then. I'll leave the observation there. Very nice indeed. I'll also give you the chance to try the car at slightly higher speed as well. So left at the end of the road. Something I quite like doing is you know, asking questions when we're about stuff like, tell me what your thinking is here. What are you thinking about? What are you noticing? What are you going to do?
Pull out there.
How about this piece of road? What's on your mind here?
A bus stop.
So what do you need to know?
Bus drives. It's bus route.
So I'm noticing out, you checked your mirror there, but it didn't look like you checked it. It looked like you just looked ahead.
Yeah,
Right
like I'm
ahead.
looking over there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then when we get to the roundabout, we'll take the road to the left. Help at all, did it?
No. Didn't help it early, didn't it?
No. Tricky situation. Nicely handled. Isn't it funny how when there's a police car behind you, even if you're doing nothing wrong, you feel guilty?
Just check your mirror then. Yeah, I suppose it helps, doesn't it?
I always say, you know, the only people who travel at 30 miles an hour are learner drivers and people being followed by the police. We're doubly sure this time, won't we? Learner driver and followed by the police. So as you're coming out here, what's on your mind here?
What's around the corner? Whether it's going to be something big or not?
Yeah. So I can see that you've planned for it, but it wasn't an obvious mirror check.
Yeah.
Was it alright that I'm that hypercritical and I'm really watching it?
No, that's better, isn't it?
So you saw him turn off, but it didn't look like you looked in the mirror. So that's very interesting to me. It's
Aim to please.
fantastic. Love it. I'll make a note of that. I'll use that against you later. Full of the foot ahead. don't think I've ever come across anybody who's got such wide peripheral vision as you. There you go. Probably getting the feel of the car now.
They always change at the wrong time though.
In my Ross Butcher days, I lived up there.
You what?
My
Sorry?
Ross Butcher, the advanced driving, when I was learning that ages ago now. The tune I lives up there. No matter how good I got, it was never good enough. It's drive me nuts. But he made me a much better driver.
Well, as long as it works.
Well, that's right. It's just... It can be frustrating, somebody just telling you what you're doing wrong all the time.
Yeah.
So, will you follow the signs for A1 North?
Fetched me on A1.
Yeah, they will do, yeah.
Come out of there, went left, and then went the next left really sharp.
That's
back
it.
on yourself.
Yeah, we'll go up the road on the right here, and that's exactly where we'll go. So as you're approaching it, tell me what you're thinking.
For a get someone that's not
Yeah, go on.
a knob.
Okay. Whereabouts are you looking as you come up here?
Just straight in front.
Yeah. What might you see while you're looking at that?
A lorry
Yeah.
to get behind.
Yeah. So you get an early view, aren't you? Brilliant.
Yeah.
So you can sometimes choose your spot as you're coming in. When you see a spot, go for it. Just punch the gas in. Well done. Excellent. Well done. How'd that feel? You looked in control.
Yeah.
Picks up speed easy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I love this car. It's a great little machine. And then we'll take the next exit from the road. So I think the key thing really is that we're a team as we go forward to the next test, and we need to just work out the strategies, what we're going to do, how we're going to do it.
Yeah.
And the important thing is that it's a 50-50 relationship. We're getting in it together. We're applying, we call it student-centered learning. We want you to be making the decisions as much as is possible.
Yeah.
Obviously, if things go pear-shaped, I can jump in.
Yeah.
But for the most part, we want you driving the process, pardon the pun.
Yeah. Doing your job.
Yeah. Well, that's the interesting thing that I no longer see my job as instructor. What it's about for me is I've got to help get the learning out,
Yeah.
not put it in, because putting it in is not permanent. You've got to remember somebody else's reference points or somebody else's way of doing it.
Yeah.
If we get the learning out, that's permanent, because
Yeah.
you've discovered for yourself.
Oh yeah. Made a massive difference. Is it down just for one?
It is. And quite a lot of the time it's just like, if we're thinking about something, will that work for us or will it not? Tell you what, let's try it and see.
Yeah.
So we'll take the next exit from this road. Tell me what you're thinking here.
Let him.
How would you say that worked?
All right.
Again, you've managed the situation. That's by far the most important thing. So you could have got in front, you could have gone behind. It doesn't really matter. Either way, the most important thing is that you manage the situation. Is there anything else you might have done? I'm thinking in terms of safety-wise that might have helped, or I mean, handled beautifully. You check your mirror before you went in. Me personally, this is because I'm a motorcyclist. I'd have a quick look over my left shoulder.
Yeah.
Not behind me, but just along my shirt line.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah.
And then right at the end of the road. You could argue that it's not strictly necessary, but that's my lifesaver check. How's this in terms of managing risk, do you think?
Not good. I nearly put that ball out in place.
Yeah, it's not helping. But you're doing the right thing by leaning forward to get the better view. Well done. Could you have safely got it any earlier, do you think?
In front of that white pull now?
Maybe. Would you say by not going you were hesitant, or is that just being careful? Yeah.
Careful.
It was a chance, but it was a small one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No wrong the way you did that. That's excellent. It's good. Again, I'm just asking, because you've done it right or wrong, I'm just quizzing you as to what's going on in your mind. Helps me to understand better. Sometimes we take risks. We manage it and think, okay, that's a calculated risk, I'll take it.
Yeah.
How about the white car there?
What, him?
Yeah. How was his risk management there, do you think?
We're alright. You got out of the way quick enough.
He did.
Would have been nice if I'd have accelerated a bit more though.
Not stopped him. But he's put himself, firstly he's broken the law, but I'm not going to say that I'm not bothered about that, but what's he gained?
Well, that's it, isn't it? Nothing.
He's going to be just in front of us at the traffic lights.
Probably got a kid sat in back as well.
Yeah. So I mean, sometimes, you take calculated risk, and as long as you're managing it, it's alright. But he put himself alongside you. If you'd put your foot down, there's no way he's getting past you.
No.
Not a chance. Because we've just got tons more power than him.
Yeah.
So, and if there is a kid on one, he's leaving himself TED, we call it, time exposed to danger. He put a lot of trust in you there.
Yeah.
Now, you are a good driver, but he doesn't know that. If you'd done something stupid like accelerate, you leave him hanging out the drive with the car coming towards him. It's not a smart move.
No.
If I'd committed myself, if I'm in his situation and I want to get past, I'd have pulled out and I'd dropped in 2 gears and I'd have redlined it.
Yeah.
And I'm through. Back in. Slow down.
Yeah.
Then I've managed that situation. Both of us have still broken the law, but I've done it safely. Which might seem like a crazy thing to say. observe people doing all manner of weird things.
Yeah.
You bring your experience as a pedestrian to that. Now, I felt you momentarily lift off the gas there. What made you do that? It's another car. Yeah, I thought so. I just needed to ask because you might have just lifted off the gas for no good reason. It just helps me to get a picture of what your thought process is.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts here?
Traffic light's going to change.
Yeah. What do you need to know if they change?
What's that?
What do you need to know?
What's behind me?
Did you know what was behind you?
I did.
It didn't look like you did. Okay, but this is fine. We know what we've got to work on.
Yeah.
And it's a lot easier to work on what we need to work on than working on you if your mirror work was rubbish.
Yeah.
That would be an issue.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's good. Well done. We'll take the right-hand lane and we'll turn right at the traffic lights. This sort of situation, keep the head going.
Yeah.
Keep showing them that you're looking. Almost sticks in my throat saying that. Head for the examiner. It drives me nuts when I hear it. This managing risk malarkey is that's what the client-centered approach or the student-centered approach it's all driven by it, and the idea is to reduce road accidents by getting people to make better decisions. When I think back to when I was 17 and passed my test, I was an idiot. I did so many stupid things, and I was lucky that I survived. Whereas if I'd been taught to make decisions, maybe I wouldn't have done some of the stuff that I'd done.
Yeah.
I'd have still done some of it, mind.
Yeah.
Because, you get your new car, you're going to drive it flat out to see what it can do. But I'd have chosen where I'd done it.
Yeah.
And I'd have thought, this isn't a good place to do it.
Yeah.
Or, if I had my mates smoking about in the car, I'd be saying, yeah, man, give it up.
Yeah.
But that's not an easy conversation to have with your mates, is it? But the idea being behind the method that we're using is we'll get, if we teach you to be a decision maker rather than teach you how to pass a test, then you're going to make better decisions.
Yeah.
And you're going to probably take the stance where you're going to say to him, look, if you don't put your seatbelt on, I'm not moving.
Yeah.
Because you're thinking, well, if I drive and he comes at the back of me, he's
Oh,
going to...
yeah, I mean, if you killed one of your mates, you'd never forget it, would you?
No, you wouldn't. It would be with you the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you can see the green man on the crossing over the road.
No.
That's it.
Well,
Because when that goes out, 4 seconds later, we'll get the green light. 3,
I can't see it.
2, 1. Nearly. So that light's kind of a clue.
Yeah.
As it happens, the van was stopping us seeing it. So it just gives you a bit of early warning, if you like. So when you're doing the review of the lesson, it's I think it'd be also useful to think about, well, has today's session helped you get closer to your goal? And if it hasn't, then let me be the first to know. Because thinking along those lines can then help you to maybe formulate ideas about, okay, what do you want to do next then? What level of help do you want from me? What do you want to work on? How do you want to do it?
Yeah.
This is a handy time to come out because it is quite busy, isn't it?
Yeah. It was really quiet on the test as well. Really quiet.
Well, we've got 11:21 this time.
Yeah.
Actually, quiet. On time at 11:21 approximately.
Yeah. Funny because you were saying it, weren't you, last time? At the start, a really stupid time.
And then once we get over the hill here, if we follow the signs for North Fev. Anything exciting tonight?
No.
I've got a couple of cold beers in the fridge with my name on them. How do you see your gear changing is?
You are?
How do you see your gear changing is in terms of smoothness?
That one up there.
I'm glad it's all, is it? If I'd been blind and deaf, I wouldn't have known you change gear.
It's just getting used to it, isn't it?
The only thing it doesn't like is rough road surface, so because the suspension's hard,
Yeah.
it's got low profiles on it. So have you found the cameras? Just ignore them after a bit, don't you?
Yeah. I didn't notice it.
Oh, you do?
And I noticed one of them's got a red light on as well. I imagine they both have.
They do. They do. I like those reflective vlogs because what it does is it helps you empty your thoughts onto paper.
It makes you think as well, doesn't it?
Well, it does, and what it will give us is some stuff to talk about at the start of the next session,
Yeah.
and help us say, right, how are we going to meet what you want on that page? How are we going to get it? Caught that on video as well.
You are?
Caught that on video as well. Where does the speed limit start? Everybody does that.
A lot of people have gone into them fences, haven't they?
Oh god.
One of my mates lives in one of the top ones.
They must get fed up with it. They must do, because they're always having to repair it, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tricky one, that one. They catch a lot of people there as well, because the 30 starts well before, doesn't it? You're still on the open road when the 30 starts.
Yeah.
So people
On
tend
my
not to. They tend to slow down when they get to the buildings, but
Yeah, when they see that corner.
is this a good time of week, time of night for you? Do
Yeah, I mean,
you want to go same time next week? Well, obviously.
well, I'd have to text you. If
Oh yeah, that's fine. We'll assume 5:15.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine.
And if we end up going earlier, okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to? I mean, you can either pull up outside your place or go up and reverse into the corner. That might be a good practice. I'll let you decide.
I don't know what choice again.
We can either just pull up outside and bail out, or we can go up here and you can turn it around. But if we did a reverse to the left to turn it around.
Yeah, like you did last time.
Yeah. Oh, that was nice of them. Yeah. See, some people are. If we use this one and reverse around to the left, you'll never get tested on reverse right on test. Technically they can, but they never do. Because we're going to practice it one while we can.
Yeah.
Nice, yeah? What do you reckon?
Alright, could have been a bit tighter.
Okay.
Alright.
What would help you do that, do you think?
Slow now.
Yeah, happens no wrong the way you've done it. Off you go. But again, things to think about.
Yeah.
And then find a convenient place to pull on. Somewhere near your house, if you like. And then relax. So, how did you feel today went?
Alright, yeah. But we're just getting used to that clutch up again.
Yeah, oh
But
gosh, yeah.
it's a little,
Perfectly
little
fine,
different,
right,
but yeah, I'm used to it now, I'd say, yeah.
Cool. Well, I mean, empty your thoughts into the reflective log, and then we'll compare notes at the start of next time and see where we go.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah,
So
sure.
same time, 5:15 next week,
Yeah.
unless you finish work early, in which case you can send me a text.
Yeah, well. Thank you.
Well done. Job's a good one.
Cheers.